UFOs, mysteries in the night sky, all this week at 6. This is an Action 11 news break.
Good afternoon, I'm Jim Mitchell. Jeffersontown police officer John Rucker today apologized for the shooting death of Jeffrey Miles during a mistaken drug raid at Miles's house. Rucker said the mistake occurred because he trusted his superiors. Rucker is charged with second-degree manslaughter. President Reagan and Attorney General Meese today met with conservative leaders, apparently trying to clear the way for the nomination of federal appeals judge Anthony Kennedy to the Supreme Court. Join us tonight at 6 for Action 11.
This is an Action 11 news break.
Good afternoon, I'm Chuck Taylor. The first snow of the season has ended locally, but snow is still falling in the mountains of West Virginia. The big storm system that brought us our snow is over the Carolinas, moving off to the northeast. Now we have high pressure building in, and that means a clearing trend tonight. But as that big high gets closer, we're going to see overnight low temperatures down in the 20s and a very chilly day tomorrow. After that, look for a warming trend. I'll have the complete forecast at 6.
UFOs, mysteries in the night sky, all this week at 6. This is an Action 11 news break.
Good afternoon, I'm Chuck Taylor. In our part of the country, the weather is pretty nice, although it is a bit on the cool side. We're going to be in for a cold night tonight, and after that, look for a warming trend starting tomorrow. Meanwhile, along the East Coast, a major snowstorm is raging. Around Washington, D.C., where the airports are closed, they've already picked up about 9 inches, and that snow continues up to New York City. But for us, as I mentioned, look for a warming trend, and I'll have the complete forecast tonight at 6.
UFOs, mysteries in the night sky, all this week at 6. This is an Action 11 news break.
Good afternoon, I'm Melissa Forsythe. Wallace Wilkinson's brother-in-law will not go to prison for wiretapping and rolling back odometers at his Lexington company. Gary Stafford was sentenced to probation and a $20,000 fine on the federal charges. John Shumway will have the latest on the investigation from Lexington by SatCam. Churchill Downs has a large crowd today with the Pick 6 payoff worth $400,000. Join us for Action 11 News at 6.
MASH, today at 5:30 on WHAS TV, Louisville. This is an Action 11 news break.
Good afternoon, I'm Chuck Taylor. The big coastal storm is moving off the coast of New England. Boston picked up about 7 inches of snow, and in coastal sections, they had wind gusts to about 80 miles an hour. Back in our part of the country, we see clear skies, and it looks like we're in for some delightful weather ahead, with temperatures moving into the 60s tomorrow, and all signs point to a delightful weekend. I'll have my complete forecast tonight at 6.
Entertainment tonight, weeknights at 7:30 on WHAS TV, Louisville. This is an Action 11 news break.
Good afternoon, I'm Jim Mitchell. The 8th race has just been run at Churchill Downs. We should know shortly whether or not anyone has won $670,000 in the accumulated Pick 6 pool. We'll have a report at 6 o'clock tonight. A former South Dixie volunteer firefighter, Clarence Edward Thompson, was arraigned today on charges of setting a brush fire last week in Bullitt County. Thompson also faces 11 arson counts in Jefferson County. Join us at 6 for Action 11 News.
MASH, today at 5:30 on WHAS TV, Louisville. This is an Action 11 news break.
Good afternoon, I'm Chuck Taylor. A big high-pressure system south of us is giving us absolutely gorgeous weather. You can see from the satellite view, skies are clear throughout our part of the country. There are some clouds north of here associated with a very weak cold front. That front is going to stay put this weekend, while high pressure continues to give us lots of sunshine with temperatures in the 60s. There is a chance of rain by late on Monday. I'll have the full forecast tonight at 6.
PM Louisville, tonight at 7 on WHAS TV, Louisville. This is an Action 11 news break.
Good afternoon, I'm Jim Mitchell. Investigators say it may be months before they know why a Continental Airlines jet crashed in Denver yesterday, killing 26 people and injuring 56. 11 survivors are in critical condition. In eastern Jefferson County at the Cardinal Treatment Center, 16-year-old Stephen Dale Moore of LaGrange was found dead of a blow to the head. Another 16-year-old has been charged with murder. Join us at 6 for Action 11 News.
MASH, today at 5:30 on WHAS TV, Louisville. This is an Action 11 news break.
Good afternoon, I'm Chuck Taylor. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Jefferson County and Shelby counties of Kentucky. Right now, the heavy activity is occurring over southern portions of Jefferson County, down into Bullitt, then on into Shelby and Henry County. All the activity is tracking toward the east-northeast. Many of these areas will still get some large hail and gusty winds. North of here, it has cleared up. That clearing trend is heading in, and I'll have the complete forecast at 5:30 and 6.
Leadership is Gary Rodemeyer and Action 11 News.
On Action 11 News tonight, Chuck Taylor has the latest on the threat of severe weather and heavy security at a local high school after an apparent racial killing of a teenager.
Blue Cross wants to raise rates for older people. Fred Wishy takes your phoned-in gardening questions, and we'll begin a series of reports on Kentucky craftsmen. The 5:30 Action 11 News is next.
Once again, you were the big winner with Action 11 News. WHAS TV won the right to show you through exit polls what Kentuckiana voters were thinking. Only WHAS TV gave you the fastest, most complete Kentuckiana results. And with SatCam, only WHAS TV covered Wallace Wilkinson live as victory became apparent in Frankfort. From Sky 11, you saw major fires in Bullitt County and downtown New Albany as election results continued. Total coverage. One more reason we say, if it's important to you, it's on Action 11 News.